Hello everyone, I'm Raphael. I work at Fab City Hamburg, and in the last 1.5 years I have been participated in the growth of the network and the digital infrastructure for Hamburg. And the topic now is very hands-on, I would say, so it's much about local community building and software for your Fab City and all the experience we had with that and the software we wrote for that. You all heard the previous presentations from Jaromil and the introductions. So we were talking about a very cool system we are building here, which was mainly about the Fab City Haus core system. But we have also tried to empower the local community with the so-called suite. And it's about a website and tools to run your local Fab City. And yeah, we are at the conference of Future of Making, so look at this nice GIF. So start with why was told me, and I think it's about empowering communities, especially productive communities, and in our case, with software. And yeah, when you look at software and how it's used, it's not easy at all to bring a community into a working, productive mode, I would say. So some use like proprietary software and they share a Microsoft Word document and others don't have it and cannot open it. Or you have someone hosting a website and I don't know, it gets complicated, messy, and you need to communicate with your community. And there's so many stuff that you need to master. And behind that, there can be principles that are very good to know. And many of those principles come out of this culture we have established here in Hamburg and all over the world, and which is mainly coming also from the open source movement and from many like-minded movements. And I think it's interesting, and I want to share some values we had for developing what I show you in a second. Public money, public results, public code, so whatsoever. So, of course, what we did here is open licensed, and one very important aspect for me is that I learned how to use GitLab, or it's particularly the Git system, and this is something that is not so much known to everyone, but for developers it's kind of a no-brainer to use Git for their daily work. And Git enables you to work in communities and co-create code and other things. And you could use Git for building a website. You could use Git for building open source software, and you can use Git for building open source hardware. And when we start to use it everywhere, or at least people learn the principles, what is the Git, what is a brand, what is forking, how do you store just files on a Git repository, we all know the same language, like a technical language, and we know how to work together. And I feel that it's very hard to bring like software people, hardware people, or then marketing people and other people to speak the same language and to work with the same tools. So we learned this firsthand when we work in our community in Hamburg. And yeah, I'm very much interested in bringing forward workflows that we all understand and speak the same language. What I want to show you next is then a tool that should be used by other Fab cities. So when it comes to UI design, it should be flexible, it should be reduced in terms of branding. So we use like a minimal color scheme, not fancy. The colors you add by the pictures you upload. It should be very simple to use. And what's also happening very often is that people start using, for instance, WordPress or Drupal or some tool for building a website, and then they are stuck into the systems, and the system becomes messy, and you install too many plugins, and nobody knows what to do with it, and you really can become really lost in those things. And this also doesn't help you in becoming a scientist or in your professional work, because you just know this one system that is like this one way of doing it. Instead, we need more general and more flexible technical system without locking you in and other things. And so we use a static site generator, which I show you also in a minute, which is super fast, lightweight, and also good for Google. And what we don't have is the cookie notice on our website, which I'm very proud of because it's the most annoying thing a website to click away. So we don't need to be dependent on user data and all these 1,000 services. And so in the end, it's designed for the needs of a fab city. So this is one result we did. So it's a website, but it includes also tools, and it also includes open source other open source tools, which are connected to our. So it's not only about what we wrote, which code we wrote, but also how we designed it, and also how we connect to other things. And I think I have a pointer here. Yeah. So in the top you have like your content pages, which is like what you know from a website, and then we have developed this toolbar here, which can be flexibly filled with the tools the Fab City needs. And most importantly, I think one of the most important tools is a map, showing your local, geographically, your environment. So you can show not only maker spaces and companies and think tanks, whatever is in your network, but you can also show new things like machines. Where are your machines? And you won't find this on Google Maps, for instance. You cannot see, I want to do a laser cutting job. Where is the machine I need? So we can offer a new map with new data. And also we can add city data to this map and many other data. The map is really powerful. And of course, we can link to the system Jaromil just showed. And so this is also where we can integrate the Fab City discourse system to it. And then we have things like community, or especially the matrix chat, which we use in Hamburg. And this is similar to Slack. Most of you know Slack, but yeah, you know Slack has a pretty steep paywall at one point. So when you want to build a large community where you have like thousands of members and you have lots of data and messages, and at some point there's a paywall. It's really, really bad. So we want to have self-hosted, resilient, self-controlled software, and that is very powerful. And we can also, with those solutions, we can also implement automation. So when you put an image in one specific channel in a group, in a chat group, it can be directed to the website and directly displayed. Automations like this we can all do, and this is very powerful. But most people just don't know that this is possible. And yeah, the knowledge hub is also very important for cities to share knowledge. And we also implement event management software. So everyone who booked a ticket for this event was directed to another open source software that we connected to. And we train people using this. And then we have lots of other features in mind, which, for instance, very interesting is a city dashboard for data. So we call it the Fab City Index, to have a dashboard on the website. And the market would be very, very nice to sell the products we do here. And yeah, you can fill it up with more ideas, so hopefully there will come more. So hopefully the video will start. I ran through the website, which is online now. We're very proud. So there you see the latest images, which can come in automated from a chat group. We have a newsletter. We list all our partners. We have nice illustrations. We have a news card section where we now have all the news and all the events on the main platform. And there you see, of course, our conference. So you see this website is usable by everyone. And there you see the map. We list the labs currently, but yeah, we want to improve this more and more. Then you see events where we list. And this also brings together like the whole community to have these events, so it's very important for community building. You all are here on the conference. Yeah, it's a very nice, simple, clean design, which everyone can use. We also want to include information from the global network, because we are part of the global movement, and to bring this information to people is very important for us. So you saw these images before. What else? Yeah, very important is to list the members, to have their profiles, to have their opening hours, to have whatever they have. to have a proper newsletter that leads to the news here. You heard about the build workshops, so here you see all the workshops we manage with our with the calendar and the booking system and so on. So this was all not happening before. Yeah, things like challenges are very important to our community, so we can share the nice images in this nice slider here. So this is all website technology, website code you can all use, and you can show the winners and the live stream and all this stuff. Yeah, we want to implement a knowledge hub, and also we educate people how to use our software with simple tutorials like this one, how to log in to the messenger, for instance. We show them how to come to our place, the Fab City House. We present projects like the Interfacer project, also here with many impressions, and also we show research projects like the Fab City project, which is from the university and which is connected to us. So this is what we did and what we are still improving. And yeah, behind this, what's very important is to track also data. So we don't need to use Google Analytics, which 99% of websites do. There's other solutions, and we use the same also for the Interfacer website. We use the same techniques and tools. And yeah, you can see that people spend more than a minute on our website, where we had 6,000 people visiting our website, that the map is the most visited website, and so on. You can all see all this data, and that's very interesting. In terms of code, we have repositories that are online right now. And there's one repository that only contains the website content, which is then unique to our Fab City Hamburg. And the other three suite repositories are, thank you, are for everyone to download. And I give you a quick tour from our key developer.
I'm the developer behind the Fab City OS Suite project, and I'm going to give you a quick introduction on how to get the Fab City OS Suite project up and running. So to do this, all you have to do is go to gitlab.fabcity.hamburg, which will bring you to our GitLab instance, where you should find a project or a group called Fab City OS Suite. This is public, and you can see there's a couple of projects in there. The one we want to use right now is called FCOS Suite Astro, and the name already gives it away. Astro is the name of a static site generator that we're using to build a website for you in the look and feel of the whole FCOS project. So if you want to get this started, all you need to do is open the repository, click on the clone button, and copy the clone link. And you need Git and Node.js installed on your computer, but these are very common tools that most developers will have on their computer, or even just tech-savvy people. So now all I need to do is I run the command git clone, and I paste the link that I just copied. And now it will clone this project to my local computer. Then I switch into the folder, and now the only thing I need to run is called npm install. And this will install all the requirements of this website project, so all the external dependencies like third-party libraries that we're using, but also the UI library that we built ourselves. And now the only thing I need to do to see something of this website is running npm run dev, which will start a local development server of this project. So that means I can open this thing right here on my computer in the browser. And there you see, this is the website template that we created. And now, if you want to change the content of this website, all you need to do is open any kind of text editor. This can be just something simple like Notepad. And inside of this text editor, you can now find a file inside the pages folder. And here I will edit the example page that we just that is on the website that is already there. And you can see the way it looks by default. It has a title with Beispielseite. And now I'm going to change that for this video to hello to all viewers. And I'm going to press save. and it should already be updated. And you can see that was a live editing functionality, so this will automatically be updated in the background, and you can iterate very fast on it. And when you're done with your changes or when you want to deploy this website, it's also very easy to deploy this because it's a static site generator, meaning that it just outputs static HTML files that you can just take and upload to any kind of very affordable web space product. So you can literally host this website for, I don't know, 50 cents a month or probably even cheaper. So there's no big requirements, no service required, etc. So this should hopefully help some people set up a website of their own with a certain visual look very fast. And yeah, I hope this helps. Thank you.
Thank you, Moritz. So just my last slide. What's next? You saw it's very easy. We have tons of features we can think of. Most importantly, implement the knowledge hub, making changes on the website more easy. So replacing the GitLab UI with a more simple UI and documentation. And yeah, after interface, we would like to train this to other fab cities and try to activate communities to adopt it and improve it. And yeah, hopefully there's new projects coming that build upon this what we had started. So thank you very much for questions. You can email me. Thank you.